Let's plant tomatoes. Tomatoes, tomatoes, tomatoes. So what I've got here is my nice red juicy tomato, and I've got a chopping board and a knife, and what I want to do is to try and make some fine thin slices. Yeah, and I've done a video about this last year, sometime last year. If you haven't seen that video, I'm going to leave the link up in the cards and maybe in the description box as well. So you want to make some fine thin slices, and then we'll take it from there. Let's make the slices. Now, some people may want to scoop these out and try and maybe sieve through the seeds and get them out, and that's a nice way. But if you have no time or no patience, just like me, you can just leave them in there and just pop them in the pot. Yes, so, and you don't need that many, of course, you just need a few. So I'm going to take the ends and leave those three. Maybe we'll make 3 pots from those ones. So guys, the next stage would be planting these sliced tomato slices into my transparent cups, and you need to get some kind of hole at the back or at the bottom of that pot to I don't usually put holes at the start of mine, because I can kind of, I've done this so many times, I can kind of gauge when it's drying out and when it needs water. But especially when you're starting out, you don't want to be messing about with gauging things. So you want to make sure that that pot is well drained and it's sitting on a tray. Okay, so you put like some holes in here, and I will show you how to do that at home if you haven't got the how I do that at home manually. Yeah, so I'm using this, and I'm also going to go in with some potting compost. Today I'm using John Ennis number 2 potting on compost, and it says feeds and establishes for a healthier plant life. And you, of course, develop strong healthy plants, feeds for 5 weeks with potassium, human humate for roots and shoot growth. So it's important for roots and shoot growth, so I'm going to use that, and I will be topping that up with a little bit of all-purpose continuous release plant food. Of course, you can see the picture of a tomatoes there, so that tells me that'll be great for my plants. So let's get cracking. This is what I use at this stage. This is what I use. Yeah, a good drink of water, a very good drink of water, and that's just going to go on the windowsill. Okay, that's just going to go. See, that needs a little bit more. That needs a little bit of topping. You don't want anything showing. That would just attract fungus and fungi within it. Now, in a couple of weeks, about 4 weeks, in 4 weeks time, your plants, your seedlings will be ready to be either transplanted or to be decongested. Like they need to have more space to themselves in there. You can see in that one there are about 5 of them, and only one of them is really thriving. So maybe what some people might do would be to pull out the ones that are not thriving as much as the other one, and then just allow that big one to have the space to itself in there, and then maybe top up the soil, because that tomato plant has if you look at it closely, you would find it's got all these little spikes on the skin there, and those little spikes there represent roots. Yeah, they can all form roots if they find soil to put themselves in. So we can actually just get those small guys out and then top up the soil to make that one enjoy more room in there. So that's what we're going to do now. And some other people also just take them all out and put them in different pots individually. That's another way to do it. But firstly, let me show you, because drainage is so important at this point, let me show you how I would drain this little cup that I want to give to one tomato plant, one individual plant. How I would drain this is I would get a screwdriver, yeah, like a sharp pointy one there, and I'll take it to my gas cooker and I'll get that place really hot, and then I'm going to pierce it. When it's very hot, it will just go through that one and make a nice little hole there for me. Yeah. So we could just pull this out and pull this out gently, and pull this out and pull this one out. And that will give this plant, this individual plant, enough space to enjoy the nutrients in there to themselves and thrive really well. And this would go back onto my windowsill because it's still very cold. In fact, I left these ones outside and they have been cold. You can see the leaves have gone yellow, but I'll try and see if I can bring them back. Okay. What I have to do now is to top up that soil. Yeah, top it up and put that back on my windowsill, because tomato needs very hot temperature. Tomato needs hot temperature to survive. So that's going back on my windowsill now with loads more soil on it. Yeah. So there we go. That's one that's been done. Okay, this pot has been decongested, and you can just put a little bit more water. Yeah, just add water to it, and you check it back in a couple of weeks time when the frost is all clear, maybe in 3 weeks time, and maybe it might be time to take it outside and plant it in a big container or in a bed. Yeah, in a garden bed. Now with this one, I might just want to take everything out of the pot. I might take everything out of the pot completely. Yeah. And just break them up into taking care, you know, making sure that you grab the roots. Yeah. And then I just split them up into smaller pots and take what I need. Yeah. Don't forget, I have this big one here as well from the other pots. I can put this one in an individual pot. So that's what I'm going to be doing now. I'm just going to look for some healthy ones and put them in individual pots, and then get rid of the rest of them because I don't have enough space. I just have a little garden behind my house. Like, I'm not going to be able to plant 200 tomato seedlings eventually. So let's do this. You can see there's so many roots there. Those will make so many roots. So when I go to put it outside, those parts would all end up as part of the soil outside to give it the nice firm roots that it needs to take it up to the stage of flowering and making us some healthy tomatoes. And these are on the windowsill, doing so much better. This is the different variety. So you can see this one is not growing as ginormous as the other one, so it's a different variety of tomatoes. So these are ready to go outside, and I can't wait to take them outside. You can see where they started from, right there. You can see the first stems right there, the first leaves right there. Yeah, so that's it. It's been a journey. So there you have it, guys. Tomato seeds to seedlings, straight from your kitchen tomato slices, and repotted from little seedlings to individual pots for to make the most of their growing time, and also looking forward to the next stage, which is planting them outside in bigger containers or straight in the bed. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.